TBR. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do the I'm going to give you my TBR for the Friends Readathon in January. Yay! I wasn't going to do it yet, but I was bored and I figured before I go to bed I'll film a few videos for the next few days. I haven't done that before. Every time I film a video I always upload it that day, but I decided why not? I'm just going to film several videos and upload them the next several days, and then I won't have to film and I can worry about my writing because I really need to finish my book, so I'm going to upload it on the 1st. So, yay! So I decided I'm going to do 6 prompts. 6 prompts. One for each of the Friends characters. I already did the announcement where I told you all the prompts, and I'm going to read the prompts that I'm going to do. So, I'm not going to read all of them again. So for the first one, I might change the book I'm doing for this prompt, and that's only because it's in the series I'm currently reading, the last book in the series I'm currently reading, and there's a possibility I'll finish it this month, and I'll get to the book this month and not next month. But honestly, with this month almost done, I don't see that happening, and not because I can't do it, because I could totally do it if I focused on it, but with how much writing I'm going to be doing the next several days to get it done by the 1st, I don't really see me finishing it. I can see me finishing the 2nd book before the month over, but I can see myself not finishing the 3rd book, which is okay because then that's what I could do for the beginning of January, you know. Which even if I do finish the 2nd book with time to spare, I might still hold off on the 3rd book till January. It depends on my mood, honestly. And if I do change the book or the prompt I'm doing with the book, then I'll update you before, January. So yeah, but as of right now, this is the book I'm going to be doing for this prompt. And let's see. So the prompt is, it's like all my life everyone tells you you're a shoe, you're a shoe, you're a shoe, you're a shoe. Read a book with a shoe on the cover. So as I mentioned on my Friends Readathon announcement, the series I'm currently reading, every book has a shoe on it. I showed you the cover of the book, the 1st book, but the other 2 I didn't have with me at the moment, and I was too lazy to get them. So here is the 2nd book. See, there's another shoe. Told you there were shoes on each cover. And here is the 3rd one. So this works well with my prompt. So this will be the 1st book I read in January, most likely, because since I'm just finishing the first 2 books in the series, it only makes sense, because, sometimes I can have logic. So, yeah, so Banish, the 3rd book in the Stormmakers trilogy, is going to be what I read for that prompt, for Rachel. Let's see, what's next? Oh, there's one book that, you're allowed to use one book for more than one prompt, so even though I'm doing 6 prompts, I'm only going to read 4 books for this, because there's one, I think it's 4, my math might be off because I'm not that smart. But there's one book I found that actually works for 3 prompts, so yay me. I mean, if you want, you can use one book for all the prompts you want to do, but that's very unlikely, but I did find one that actually works for 3. I know the Trick-or-Treat-a-thon I did in October, I found one that worked for 2, but this one actually works for 3, so yay. I'll get to it when I get to it. So, Monica, I'm breezy, read whatever book you want. So this is a free read. This is probably going to be the last book I do too, because it'll be the 1st book in the series, so it'll be the last book I do, so I could just go ahead and read the series as I go, I have no idea where it is. Is it? No. Where did I put that book? I see the other books in the series, but I don't see the 1st one. Where the heck is it? Is it over here with my other books? Because I'm a mess, and yes it is. Okay. Here it is. It was all the way in the bottom, of course. The Alchemist, Secrets of the Immortal Next Mel by Michael Scott. It's going to be the last book I do in this readathon because of the fact that it is the 1st book of a series containing 6 books. So and since I'm only gonna be reading 4 books for this readathon, then I might see if I can finish the rest of the series in that month too. And since I'll be done with the book I'm writing, I don't see why not. Well, I also have to work and stuff, but oh well. We'll see. But yeah. So that's another book for my readathon. We'll see. So for Phoebe, oh sweet Lord, this must be what evil tastes like. Read a book that has a compelling villain. And this is the book that actually works for 3 prompts. So here's the prompt number 1 that it works for. It's all the way up here and I'm tiny. Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. There's technically 2 books in here because it's like the first half is just like the Hocus Pocus movie. The second half is its own novel, but they're together in the same book. And it's 25 years later. It has to do with Max and Allison's daughter Poppy. So I'll probably just read the second half because technically it is its own book. Just it's 2 books in 1 book, I guess you could say. I guess that's the way I see it. Maybe I'm cheating a little bit with this answer, but I don't care. So yeah. So Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. I only read it once. Can't wait to read it again. And I read it before I got my tab, so I could tab the scenes that I want to tab, and yeah. So, yay. Yeah, okay. Next is Chandler. Which one am I doing for Chandler? I tend to keep talking until somebody stops me. Read a book over 500 pages. This one is also Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. It is over 500 pages. Let me find the ending. ...521 pages. So yeah. Next is Joey, which quote am I using for him? How you doing? Read a book with a compelling tagline or review. So this one actually works pretty well too because I told you about that book club I do with my mom. Well, she's choosing the next book because we take turns choosing books.
Don't end with blood,
and it's her turn after this book's done, if she ever actually gets to finishing it, because apparently she's in a reading slump. And when a non-reader gets into a reading slump, it's even worse than when a reader gets into a reading slump. So, but yeah, the next, she's choosing out of my books right now because there are a few books that she would like to buy eventually and give a try. Because she is trying to get into reading a little bit more. She's not a big reader like me though, and until she does buy a few books of her own to use for this book club, she's choosing some of mine that actually does interest her because we are into some of the same stuff TV-wise, like witches and magic and fantasy. We're both into that stuff, and I'm into that with reading too, so she decided to give it a try in book form. And so that's why, so the next book she said that she's interested in giving a try is the Effigies trilogy, and that also has a compelling tagline. Where's the first book? It's over here. That thing keeps swinging and it's annoying me. Okay. Here, the tagline is actually on the back though. It says, technically this was what I'd always wanted to find like, I can't speak. Technically this was what I always wanted. To fight like one of them. To save lives like one of them. And now I was one of them. An effigy. Careful what you wish for, I guess. And then below it is a review. It says, with this cast of diverse, well-drawn heroines, colorful world building, and action-packed storyline, Beta Flames is an immersive and monstrously fun read. And so yay, can't wait to read this. Actually, I'm gonna put it over here with my other friends' fun read books because why not? That pile's getting big and it's gonna fall soon. I mean, I put the Friends of a Readathon books above other stacks of books, so yeah, it's gonna fall soon. Oh well. What's next? Number 4 is, so this is for Ross. Number 4 is, when I actually die, some people are going to get seriously haunted. Read a book with ghosts. So, I always said that I only ever actually read one book with ghosts, and that was the Skin Jacket trilogy, and I read it quite recently, so I didn't really want to read it again, even though it is one of my all-time favorite books, and I do plan on, I probably will read it again in 2021, but I'll probably be later on in 2021. Actually, I don't know if I will. I have a lot of books on my TBR list I want to cross off, so I might not get to read much rereading except for the beginning of the year, because I want to finish my rereading before I get off my TBR list. So yeah, but anyways, I forgot what I was saying. I went off track again. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I always said Skin Jacket trilogy was my only book with ghosts, but then I got to thinking and I realized I was wrong, because this does technically have ghosts. Well, in the first half with the Hocus Pocus part, that's just like the movie. There's ghosts at the end, true, but in the second half, you actually see a lot more to do with ghosts, because Thackeray Binks and Emily appear several times as ghosts, and so does Elizabeth, which is the fourth Sanderson sister that no one knew existed. And they're all trying to help, because Elizabeth's a good witch, unlike her sisters, and they're all trying to help Poppy, Isabella, and Travis defeat the evil Sanderson witches. So ghosts do appear, and I completely forgot about that, because every time I think about Hocus Pocus or the sequel, I think about witches. But technically, there are ghosts in here too, so that counts. So yay! So that's like one book for three prompts. So yay! So that's 4 books I will read for the readathon. I'll be crossing off 6 prompts. So yay! So that is going to be my January TBR. But I do want to add, so I'll be reading obviously this book, this book, this book, and this book. Like I mentioned, this will be the first book I read, because it'll be at the very beginning of January probably, because I'll probably finish the second book at the end of December. So this will be at the very beginning of January. I can honestly see me reading this on January 1st. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So that'll be the first book I try. The second book I do, well, it depends, because lately I've been reading 2 books at once, which I'm not used to do because of the book club. I'm reading, whenever my mom is reading the book, I'm reading a different book on my time, and then, so yeah, I've been reading 2 books at once, which I never used to do, but I'm pretty good at not mixing them up, because all my books are fairly different, even if they are in one genre. So, so I'll be reading this for the book club, but it also works for one of these prompts. So it depends. So I have no idea which book I'll be reading second. It depends on when my mom finishes that book. So yeah, it might take her the rest of December. I don't know, but I hope not, because I need to read it, and I was hoping to finish that book before December. So we'll see before December ends. So this might be second book, honestly, because well, it also depends on who reads it first. You know, Lily, she's been reading it first, so if she reads it first, then I might read this next. So honestly, I don't know which one I'm gonna read second. It depends on my mom and when she gets done with the book, and then whoever reads the book first, the next book first. So basically, I have no idea which one I'll be reading second, but one of these are gonna be second, one of these are gonna be third, and then this is definitely going to be the 4th and final book of the readathon, because of the fact that it's the first of the series, and I'm hoping to finish all of that not too late in January, and depending on when I finish it in January, I'm going to do the rest of the Nicholas Flamel series. So many books. There's 6 books in total. They're falling. Okay. Here are all the books. I do not think they are in order. They are not in order, but these are the books, plus the first one, which is over here. These are the books. So I'm hoping to finish the entire series by the end of January, and so that's my TBR for January, because I don't want to overdo myself and say I'm going to read more books than I probably have time for, because I also have work, and I also what else do I have to do? I don't know what else I have to do. I also have I'm gonna be starting the third book in my Jasmine Perez series. I'll be the one I'm writing, and I'll have plenty of time to do that, so I can push it back to February to start it if I do have a lot of books I want to read for January. So I have no idea if I'm gonna get all the. I definitely believe I can get the Readathon books done. No idea if I can get the rest of the Nicholas Flamel books done, but I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, because I do have work, but I also have the weekends off. And I work pretty early, so I get off at a reasonable time. So I have a lot of the afternoon to be able to read as well. But there's sometimes I just want to relax and write, or relax and watch TV as well, or do nothing. So it depends on my mood, honestly. But that's my TBR for January, and I hope I can get it all done. No promises. The Friends of Readathon, definitely. The rest, no promises. So I'll talk to you guys later. Please like and subscribe, and comment down your Friends of Readathon if you're doing it or not. And you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads as Secret Books, and I'll talk to you guys later.